What's up, everybody? Birds in the Trap MMA. I'm back, and I'm talking about UFC 290. I know it's been a few days since, and sorry guys, I have the hiccups. They're going to be constant throughout this video. My bad. But yeah, UFC 290, such a good card. Even though I'm a little behind, I couldn't not talk about it just because of, I mean, it was the best card of the year. You know what I mean? In my opinion, by far. So let's look at this graph right here before we get into anything else. 95% of you guys are not subscribed. Isn't that wild? Let's work on that, okay? If you enjoy this video, you know, whether it's your first video or your 5th video, if you're enjoying it and you're just not subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button. And if you're not enjoying, you know, you don't gotta hit it. It's okay. It's all good. Robbie Lawler's retirement, man. He got such a perfect retirement. I could not be happier for him. I got the pick wrong. I did choose Nico Price, but I am super happy to get this pick wrong, and it feels like a win. I'm taking it as a win just because of the moment we got, man. Robbie Lawler goes out with a knockout, a highlight reel knockout over Nico Price. I'm pretty sure it's the fastest knockout in his career, which is insane. Yeah, like, insane, incredible combo that he knocked him out with that did not look like it was going to put Nico Price out cold, but it did. And congratulations to Robbie Lawler, you know, one of the best welterweights of all time. And, you know, when I think in recent memory, I don't think anyone has had this good of a retirement. Retirement is usually not nice to these older fools, like the OGs that retire. You know, of course, Amanda Nunes gets a great retirement, and, you know, people who don't challenge themselves like Khabib get a great retirement. But, man, Robbie Lawler, that was as good as it gets. So, shout out to you. Now for Bo Nickal's fight. Okay. Bo Nickal is undeniable. He's good. He's really good. But he needs to get off the main card, and I stand by that. I know he's good, and him being on the pay-per-view does bring in some buys. I do realize that because of the community that he brings in. But let's get this man on the prelims. You know what I mean? Like, with a good matchup on the prelims of a stacked card, I think I'll start liking him way more. Because the fact that he gets these main card positions on pay-per-views makes me like him a little less. You know, I'm not like a total Bo Nickal hater, but I'd literally like him more on the prelims. He went out there and it was the same. It was 38 seconds, the same amount of time in the Lawler fight. So 38-second fights back to back. There were a ton of finishes on this card. And yeah, you know, tough luck for Val Woodburn, his opponent. I hope he gets another fight. I hope he can win in the UFC, even though I don't think it's likely. He kind of just went out there and lost, and that was it. So rest in peace, Val Woodburn. I know he's going to win the rematch. And I want to see Bo Nickal fight a Dagestani. Like, I would fucking put him against Abus Magomedov. You know what I mean? Why not? He just got fraud checked. Let's see if the fraud can fraud check a potential fraud. How about that? Oh, okay. Anyways, good job, Bo Nickal. Good performance. Y'all, I did not give Dan Hooker a chance, okay, to beat Jalen Turner. However, he edged it out, okay? It was a close competitive fight. But, I mean, he got the high points in the fight. He somehow made Turner look worse than he did against Gamrot. He looked good against Gamrot, arguably won the fight, didn't gas at all. This one, none of that was the same. Lost the second and third round, was looking exhausted and was getting hit. So, yeah, neither of them looked great in my opinion, but I think Dan Hooker transforming into Dan Hook Oliveira, Darrell's Hookavera. Oh, okay, Darrell's Hookavera is who came out to this fight because he got 3 big ass tattoos. He bleached his hair and he won his fight. Okay, so He's got that shoot the box look going on. Good for him. Good for Dan Hooker. This was a great fight, and I'm in shock that he won, man. I'm surprised Dan Hooker in 2023 is winning these fights, and he's ranked miraculously. Okay, great fight. Got this one wrong, but it's all good in the hood until now. Now it's not good, okay? I cannot believe my man Bobby Knuckles got done like that. Now, shout out to Dricus du Plessis, okay? I was picking Whitaker before the fight, just like you were, and just like everyone else was. And everyone who was choosing Dricus, don't be like, oh, I told you. Because you were choosing him as a meme, okay? And yeah, you know, I knew that this was a winnable matchup for Dricus, but I'm not going to act like I was picking him. But he just went out there and bullied Robert Whitaker. He you know, didn't dominate him, but he beat his ass. And he won the first round. He controlled him on the ground, knocked him down. I think we're seeing that the offense, or at least in this fight, we're seeing that Whitaker, which is kind of like an unmovable force, was unable to stop the... What am I trying to say here? I don't know, man, but du Plessis looked so good. He's like the unstoppable force trying to move an immovable object in Robert Whitaker. And he happened to win. He was destined to fight Adesanya. Only for Adesanya to probably win. And I don't want Adesanya to win. You guys know I don't like him. I hope he is an emotional wreck during fight week. And I hope he ends up crying by the time they get into the cage. And du Plessis wins by Adesanya slipping on his tears. Okay? Okay. So yeah, the real African champ, du Plessis. Great performance. Gonna fight Adesanya. Hope he wins. You know, a great China versus Africa story here. You got your Chinese champion, Israel Adesanya, versus the true Chad of the division. Dricus du Plessis has shown how bad the middleweight division is by just going in there, and he's just chatted his way up to the top with athleticism and grit. You know, he's either more athletic than his opponent or he's out gritting them. So shout out to du Plessis, man. I'm definitely going to be on his side during the Adesanya fight build up. And yeah, I think he can actually do it. Like, if he was able to do it to Whitaker, I think this guy's incredibly strong. Who's to not say he can't? Who's to say he can't do it to Adesanya? I hope he does. I think if it gets to the ground, it's over. And yeah, obviously, I think Adesanya would outclass him on the feet. I'm not gonna put that past him, but I think Dricus can win the fight. Okay, which is something that we would not have been saying a week ago, but now we're all like, oh shit. Oh, and as far as, you know, what's next for Whitaker, I don't know what Whitaker should do, man. Actually, thinking about that makes me think it needs its own video. You know, look at what's best for Robert Whitaker. Anyways, Pantoja versus Moreno. Fight of the year so far, in my opinion. I look at the pay-per-views. I look at the bigger fights on the pay-per-views. I think this is the best fight of the year. With this much stakes, definitely for a title fight, and yeah, amazing fight. My pick was Pantoja, so I got this fight right. I was getting really mad when he started to really get tagged up. He was getting hit a ton, but you know, he'd make it competitive on the feet. You know, he knocked him down in the first round, and then he'd take the back. So I don't see any world this is a robbery. People saying that are absolutely ridiculous and just can't accept that. You know, their boy Brandon Moreno lost. It's okay. I was actually at the weigh-in for this card. I live in Vegas. And the pop that Moreno got at the weigh-ins was crazy, you know? They did not enjoy this man Pantoja coming out there. And I must say, he gained me as a fan. You know, him winning the belt, his post-fight speech. I love seeing these humble, hardworking guys get the belt, and I kind of just become a fan of them naturally. You know, Edwards, Pereira, Oliveira, those are guys that I think of, and he's just joined that category. You know what I mean? So shout out to Pantoja for getting the job done. Shame on the Las Vegas crowd. Las Vegas is my city. I'm in Las Vegas right now. But shame on the crowd for being so fucking annoying and not letting this guy have, just have his moment with his family. He won the belt. Shut up. Shut up. Okay. Volkanovski puts on a flawless performance and gets a finish. The head kicks that I envisioned were never landing. Volk was always rolling with them or defending them well. And I was worried for them the whole night. I thought it was going to be an issue for Volk. But, man, Volk would just level change, and the fight was his. Amazing top control and sick ground and pound. Like I said in my prediction video, his ground and pound could probably finish the fight. I didn't think he would get it there because I was like, my thought process was if he couldn't finish Brian Ortega with his ground and pound, I don't know if he could get Rodriguez out of there. But I also didn't know that he would clip Rodriguez so hard on the feet. He hit him hard with the right hand. And the finishing move from Volk, like I say here, was insane. Had that clean right hand, which, got him staggering. And then just up against the fence. More shots. Body shot. Knee to the head. And then he hit him like one more time. And then did this crazy flip slam shit. You know what I mean? Got the takedown and just started pounding. And I was like, yo. The fight's going to end how I predicted it would. I didn't think it'd be third round if Volk was to get a finish. I thought it'd be fifth or fourth. But he got it done in the third. Shout out to Volk. #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world. He really deserves it more than anyone else. And yeah, that was a sick performance. He looks like he is at the top of his game. And I think he's going to win his next fight, guys. Especially if it's a defense at featherweight. I think he's going to win it. But even if it's a fight at lightweight, I think he can win that too. Alright, I do. Outstanding performance from Volkanovski. UFC 290 was just an incredible card. And I'm never going to forget. It was one of the best cards I'll ever see. And it was during International Fight Week. Your boy went to UFC X. You see I met Charles Dubronx Oliveira right here. You see I got my UFC 290 shirt where I got these picks right. And I also got this belt pillow. Leon Edwards signed it, okay? Leon fucking Edwards. I also have a picture with Leon Edwards, but I did not put it in here because my dad is in it and I didn't want to dox him. But yeah, great stuff. UFC 290 was like a 10 out of 10 card. And yeah, I think that's all I've got to say. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe and leave a like. Okay, I'll see you all in the next one where I will try to be more consistent. Let's go.